Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today joining us at Golf Repairs for You with Sam Smith, where we're going to be doing an interesting video actually.
Yeah,
it's one that the subscribers have asked for, because when we did a What's in the Bag with Sam, we spotted a 15-degree driving iron that you carry.
Yeah, it's very handy in summer, definitely.
And a lot of subscribers that struggle with sort of driver and fairway woods said, you know, that's a 15-degree in loft club.
Yeah, it's I've had it quite a while. It's definitely been the longest club in my bag, but yeah, it's just really good to get up lower flight, especially when it's windy. You know, keep it under the wind, just runs forever when it comes to summer. So it's a very good club.
So what we're going to do, we're going to do a head-to-head against a FAIRWAY. And Sam, you've set them up today, ain't you?
Yeah. So they're both going to be 15 degree. I've done the exact same shaft equivalents. So one for a FAIRWAY, one for a hybrid. We've done same swing weight, same grip. So it's a very fair comparison.
This is going to be the fairest comparison that there possibly is.
Yeah.
Because not everybody's got all the, obviously, kit that you've got. So I guess I'm just going to have to hit some balls, aren't I?
Yeah, like, so we'll just see how they kind of react, you know.
Right, I've had a little warm-up, guys. I've hit some 7 irons, and we're going to go straight in on the 1 iron. Just talking through shaft.
Yeah.
So in the driving iron.
Yeah, so we've got Hazard's Black handcrafted 105 gram X, and then FAIRWAY we've done the same as well. So we've done 75 gram shot. Just lighter version, which you'd always kind of do with, you know, when you go into a fairway wood. So yeah, same swing weights as well, D2.5, same grip. So yeah, it's a very fair test.
That didn't actually feel a great strike, that, to be honest. See if we get a good one. That felt a bit better strike,
Yeah,
but
that's flying. That's gone further.
I mean, my 19 degree, I think it is, 3 iron. That sort of goes about 235, 240.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I look down at this with less loft, it's a little bit more. It does look a bit less forgiving.
Yeah, it's not the best thing to look at potentially. Sounded good.
That got a good clip.
Yeah, that was that's that there.
I think probably it'll be interesting to see what display. I mean, that's massive.
Yeah.
That's
why I've got it in the bag. It's got some power behind it. Wow. But obviously, you got to think it's a driving iron. You think we're like back in the day, you was like a 1 iron, but like a blade. Think how hard that was to hit.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's just I would not even attempt it if it was any slimmer.
That was massive.
Yeah, it's an alright.
I mean, they're sort of like not the most straightest shots, guys, but I'd imagine that they're being bounds. And sometimes for me, that's all I'm hoping for.
Yeah, nothing's marked. I mean, that was the most wayward, what, 29 yards that was, so it's nothing.
And I'm trying to hit it hard because, you know, obviously it would be my teeing off club. I'm not going to be patting it.
Yeah, true.
So if, you know, you're buying a driving iron, you're not going to be sort of in it like a 7 iron, are you?
No, definitely not.
Sort of swinging it a bit more like I would a FAIRWAY.
That's it. It's 5 decent hits.
There were 1 that just went for miles.
So I'm pretty close to it.
Let's
but no, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I mean, I'm not obviously there's. What can I say? I'm not blown away to the point where I could definitely go out and buy one without comparing against the FAIRWAY.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens
Well,
with
so I think
FAIRWAY.
main thing's just the launch, you know, if that's going to be changing, because obviously it just serves a different purpose for me. Like when it's in my bag, like I said, I have 1 iron to go low and I've got my 5 wood to get the height. So depending on the shot and the situation, it's trying to cover everything.
I think the only thing that could sway me into this 1 iron is if, like, in fact, do you know what? It might be worth me hitting a couple of my 3 iron before we leave.
Yeah.
In this test, shall we do that?
Yeah, can do.
Just to see the difference in a 19 degree. Because I say to these guys at home, if you're going to buy it like a driving iron or a rescue, don't go less than 19 because you're trying to, like, they were never made for that, were they? Like, irons were always made to be irons and rescues. Yeah. I think like the 17 degree rescues and the 15 degree 1 irons are kind of like, I don't know.
They're a bit niche, aren't they?
They're a bit niche, yeah, not for all golfers.
But like I said, some people like really struggle to hit FAIRWAY, so that's where, you know, I've done it before. We had like a 2 hybrid knocked down. So it plays like a mini FAIRWAY, really.
Is this one ready to go with monitor?
Yeah, it's ready to go.
Switched it over.
Yeah. All ready to go.
Right, I'm going to hit 5 with this, and I'm actually going to finish off by hitting 5 with my driving iron.
Yeah, and just see how it compares for distance.
I'm a bit worried it's not in bag now, actually. Hopefully it's there. See, that's definitely going to be wider, isn't it?
That's wider straight away and definitely higher.
Distance-wise, that surprised me, because it's not really any further, is it?
So yeah, one iron's the hidden gem, mate.
There could be a lot of people at home that struggle with fairwoods and drivers here that it might just mean that you go and at least try a 15-degree iron.
Yeah, I think like a couple of high-end brands do it, but then I think you'll get the odd kind of random, kind of lesser-known brand that would stock them.
See, that's why I shy away from woods a lot, guys. They're always wanting me to hit like driver and fairway. It's all right when it's wide open, but when they're tight holes, and you can't afford to be in trees, can you, off tee?
No, it's straight away. You've hit 2 and they're way wider, and that's the thing. You might look more appealing, but if it's not performing as well, then no need.
If it would have gone like to, an extra 20, 30 yards.
Yeah, it's a different conversation, isn't it?
It's a different conversation, but these so far aren't really gone any further.
That's still drifting.
Be alright if all were right to left.
That's better. That's better.
I mean, that was as good a hit as I think I've got today.
But you can see with ball fly, it's very different.
Yeah.
It's a lot higher.
So I mean, obviously, this is when we're talking about this experiment. It probably in the summer, the driving iron would be up there, wouldn't it?
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
it might be
definitely.
a different story in winter.
Yeah, like I said, I think potentially it'd be interesting to see the carry differences. Even the totals, I think, are quite similar.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, it's just that time of year, if it works better.
I've definitely got to get that feeling of a fade. I'm surprised at that though. Now I think to me that's made the one iron a possible. So Sam's just tuning my hybrid up actually. So
yeah, as I said, if we're going to do a test, I've got the same shaft as the driving iron, so you might as well do it.
I took my KBS out, sticking in hazardous.
Yeah, so exact same shaft, so 105 gram X.
It's a 90-degree head, so we're not going to be able to get it to 15. We're going to loft it down as much as we can. Just get down to what?
17 and a half.
17 and a half.
They do a 17 head, so like I said, we know that if it's a little bit shorter, we can get a bit more out of it if we need to.
I'm more curious to see whether it's worth me looking at a stronger lofted driving iron, whether it's a hybrid or an iron.
Yeah.
Because obviously we can tell with the numbers if it's going to work. If that goes just as far, there's no point, is there?
No, of course not. So I'm just going to, again, I'm going to do fair comparison, just get the swing weight exactly the same. So this one's got to take a bit of weight out of the head. Shouldn't a biggie. There you go.
Right, is it ready to go?
Ready to go. Let's change some here. Yep.
I like the feel of this shaft, though.
Yeah, it's alright. A good shaft, very
popular. How much is
popular.
that worth?
I think 100 I'd do them at. So not silly pricing.
Handcrafted as well.
Yeah, they're decent.
This does usually go, guys. If I really get a good one, about 250.
Yeah.
And, anything between 230 250. I wouldn't really tip past that, to be honest. Oh, have I blocked that? Damn. I've got that stuck on the inside. The only issue with this is I find that, because I know that it's not going to, my mates and that, they're a decent driver, and if I hit this really well, I'll be about 10 yards short of them. So, but I've got to try and hit it really well. If I don't, then I could be 20, 25 yards short. Whereas maybe if I got a 15 degree, I wouldn't feel as though I'd have to hit
full
it
set.
perfect. Yeah. That were better.
Again, because they're all designed to kind of do a different thing as well. So
Yeah.
you can see all the ball flights being completely different, even though we've got the same shaft and everything.
That's the normal one, about 230 really. Where it were a bit higher flighted, I guess.
Yeah, so it's it's interesting. Like I said, we know it should in theory go shorter because it's a bit weaker loft, but it shouldn't be a huge difference.
Just from seeing, like, obviously with these 3 clubs, have you got any ideas in mind or things that I could possibly try?
Yeah, we can check when we look at the data.
Because I think the shorter shafted clubs are certainly suiting me more, aren't they?
Yeah, a bit more control. Yeah, and again, like, you know, I've seen when, especially like your channel, when we've seen it hit a few in the bay, that like driver-wise, you generally launch it quite flat. So if you do similar concept for potentially a fair wood, maybe like a 5 wood knock down or something like that.
Yeah.
You don't have to go too low. It'd be interesting to see what the launch angle is with your 3 wood.
That was my best. That got munged. It's not getting up to the distances though, is it?
No, it's just a lot spinnier, I think. That's your 5 with that. Do you want to hit one more because you have one to the right, or are you going to keep that one
in? Yeah, go on then.
We'll hit one more.
Let's do it properly, guys.
Probably only when you've done a bad swing, I'd say. So try and keep it fair.
Let's keep it fair. We'll delete that block. That one munged.
Yeah. So you can hear connection still, but it's just stalling.
When I'm sort of like, you know, fully in flow, I can really step on this and I know that it's going to be pretty tight. Right, so we're just going to take that one out.
Yeah, so I took the one out, but everything else should be fine with it. 5 of each.
But I never thought of ball speed as well.
Yeah, again, different profiles. So I did expect that. I did expect the 3 wood to be the hottest off the face.
Yeah.
But a little bit higher launching than the 1 iron. You can see 1 iron, you know, slowest ball speed, because again, it's not designed really for distance.
Yeah.
Definitely the lowest launch and spin, so it's created the distance in a different way, really.
Yeah.
Hybrid, we know it's a bit weaker loft, but definitely higher launching and higher spinning. Ball speed is actually quicker, so it just shows in terms of how important, you know, getting your optimum spin is, because like, so the ball speed a fraction quicker a hybrid, it's 17 yards shorter, which is a huge difference.
I'll tell you what's surprising me on them numbers, Sam, it's the carry here. The carry with the 1 iron's further than the hybrid.
Yeah, just...
I'm surprised at that.
I think because even though it's come out low, it's just a very penetrating fly, where, like I said, the hybrid I think was just a little bit stally.
But there's barely any sort of roll, is there, with the hybrid, really? 15 yards.
Yeah, there's not a lot. Like I said, after 24 yards run with a 1 iron, 18 with the 3 wood. So yeah, like I said, it's just serving a different purpose, really.
Yeah.
Like I said, so that's why in summer I use the 1 iron, because it's just such a flat fly, it just runs forever. And then, like I said, when I do come back to winter, like it's turning now, I do put in like a 2 hybrid instead, just because it's a bit higher flight. But like I said, in terms of dispersion, a bit worse. If 3 wood was the tightest, but obviously a bit left, where, you know, where that could be changed in some way. But yeah, like I said, it's just just very different distances, and like I said, they've kind of been created in different ways, really, because that's what they're designed to do. You know, 1 iron's lower, 3 wood's higher. Hybrids even higher. So yeah, very, very different numbers, and yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, I don't know how you conclude on that, Sam, but I mean, if I make my conclusion first and then see what you think as well, is that I think I've got to look at a 1 iron.
I mean, it's been really good. If you look at like the spin deviation as well, it's been the most consistent. Launch deviation is most consistent. I think you only have 1 slight miss hit with a 1 iron, and other than that, it was very good, really.
I think I've definitely got to consider that, or a stronger hybrid, because I think with a 1 iron, the pattern of shots are a better cluster, but they're actually like 3 yards less than a 3 wood. So if there's anybody at home that struggles with fairway woods and driver off the tee, I think there's definitely an argument there to
like it's just you know, your strong points. Like, so a lot of people that hit down on it, you know, they will be better with an iron than like a fairway wood. So that's where like 1 iron could work well. But if you're someone that hits quite shallow, hit up on the ball, then might not work as well. It's just playing to your strengths, really. But yeah, like I said, it definitely serves a purpose, and it's just making sure it's the right thing for you, really.
Guys, I hope you've enjoyed that video. I hope there's something you can take away and something that you may be able to question in your own game, and whether at the top end of your bag you have got the right setup. Because I know a lot of people sort of struggle with fairways and hybrids, and then they've got this massive gap between a driver and sort of a 4-iron.
Yeah.
And it may be just that you may need to try a longer iron. Or
yeah, like I said, there's different ways you can go about it. You don't have to go the traditional driver 3-wood. It's like my bag at minute, I go driver, mini driver.
Yeah.
And then I go dominate to 1-iron. So mine's a bit strange, but it works. And it's just finding what you want from your clubs, and again, where you play as well. That's a big factor. There's loads of factors go into it, but it's just doing the research and just seeing what's going to be best for your game, really.
I'll tell you what, though, if I'd have had to guess the difference between a 1-iron and a 3-wood in total distance today, it wouldn't have been 3 yards.
Yeah.
I'd have thought 15, 20 yards. I thought a 1-iron would have no chance of getting near a 3-wood.
Yeah.
And I think from that test today, it's proven that it has.
Yeah, I'm quite similar. Like I said, my 1-iron and my 3-wood, it's probably similar to that. It's not about 5 yards different.
Just
not a lot.
before we finish, you couldn't just check one more number, could you?
Yeah.
The longest 1-iron, and because we're looking at this as an average, aren't we?
Let's
the
have a look.
longest 1-iron and the longest 3-wood.
So hybrid, for argument's sake, it's 249 total. 1-iron 269, 3-wood 268.
Wow.
So it's done it by a yard in terms of the biggest shot. So yeah, it's not, like I said, it's obviously actually averages, but in terms of the best shots, 1-irons.
I think that doesn't give anyone any argument to sort of say, well, you've just took the averages there, you've not actually looked. And I weren't expecting that either. I thought the 3 would have had the longest shot.
Yeah, I thought it was close. So yeah, just one yard more. Like I said, it's just because it's just such a flat fly and it just runs for forever, basically.
That's amazing. And I mean, this test would be more summer based, wouldn't it?
Yeah, like I said,
hard
exactly
fairways.
how the simulator's set up. It's set for like a normal summer's day. So this time of year, 3-wood will definitely win because it's getting higher launching, so it's carrying more. So yeah, it's definitely 1-iron's definitely a summer club. Put it that way.
Guys, I hope you've enjoyed that video. I'm definitely surprised. I've definitely learnt something.
Yeah.
And I hope you have. And make sure you subscribe, and we'll be seeing you in a few days' time. Bye.